I changed my title too, so that's fixed.
So it is live now, so we'll just give it about a few minutes. And then,
there we are! On my channel, there we are.
Cool. Right.
JD.
Number one.
There you are.
Number one.
I'm here.
I do apologise on JD's point of view because I do not know what's happening on my screen. Also, it's nothing at all from his side. So, JD, I owe you a drink. JD and Coke. How about
Perfect.
that? Nice one.
That's all you wanted to title this episode, by the way, was the JD
Except
and Coke episode.
literally anything but JD, because I hate Jack Daniels. Jack Daniels is disgusting.
Oh, okay. My bad.
It's gotta be good whiskey. None of that cheap shit.
Hey, Jack Daniels is Tennessee, man. Come on.
Canada. Canadian whiskey.
Dude. All right. Okay, we're good now. So everybody's hearing everybody. Everybody's seeing everybody. Everybody's showing on everybody's screen. So
everything looks good.
That's
all right,
good.
Cool. Okay, so where we left off, Malk.
Yeah. Okay, so where we left off. Okay, so we're going to talk about the three segments. The first one's going to talk about a few of the games and updates. Again, JD, you're more than welcome to join at any point during the discussions. At any point, it's going to be a small one anyway for the first segment, because the second one is going to be the massive one, which we're going to be talking about in a minute, and then we're going to talk about JD. Custombuilds is absolutely loving it as well. To be fair, because he's going to be doing we're going to do the interview with him, and before we started the stream, gave him a pick of 8 numbers. So he'll be getting 8 questions to find out what he's going to try and find out what it's going to be from the interview itself. But you'll be absolutely nervous as hell. So bless him.
I'll be okay.
Oh, don't be nervous. He's not going to be nervous. JD got this.
I think I'll be okay.
That's good.
I'm not mean. JD's got this, man. He's got this.
Yeah, I've been streaming for 5 years, so I've kind of gone through it all.
Nice one. So here we go. So the games and updates that we're going to be talking about is just only a few of them anyway. So basically, from the PC console news. So we're going to talk about one from the Twitch side. Two well-known Twitch streamers of Amaranth and Indie Fox has been banned from Twitch over Asmir Meta, and they were confirmed late last night. So that was just a bit of a shock, as what we discussed.
I didn't even see that news card, so you got that one and I didn't get it. So Amaranth and Indie Fox again?
Yep.
Yeah, so
I actually only just found out about that like an hour ago too. I was watching YouTube videos and I was like, "Oh, really? Huh, interesting." Not surprised.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, we was discussing about Amaranth of what happened with the hot tub streams in last week. So that was last week's discussions. Mm-hmm. But now she's in this news again because of the ASMR.
ASMR.
Yeah, ASMR. That's it.
ASMR Meta.
Yeah. See, I can't pronounce my pronunciations.
He does have trouble with pronunciation.
Just blame it on your accent. It's all good, buddy.
Okay, fair enough. I'll blame it on the UK, to be fair, with that. So, and then, to be fair, I mean, it's a bit of a shock, isn't it, from that ban itself? Or do you guys think it's coming up, to be fair?
She's been like making controversy for 2 months now, so for me it's not really that much of a shock, honestly.
I'm 100% in the same boat. I don't watch her streams. I don't really follow her on anything
either,
but from everything I understand is pretty much anytime she streams, she's pushing the boundaries to the absolute limit. And so no, I'm not surprised at all that she got banned. And I mean, let's see how long it lasts, because she does make Twitch a ridiculous amount of money. So I'm guessing by the end of the weekend she'll be back.
Yeah. It just, from what she had from the ads itself, it was a bit over than what we would like to have in our lifetime stuff as well. So
Ben, Alinity,
Amaranth
no,
got banned.
Yeah, Amaranth and Indie Fox.
Yeah.
So that was just confirmed last night as well. So
Hi, Watkins, saw you too.
You're right, Watkins. How you doing? So yeah, so that was one of the shocks that what we just discussed on the Twitch stream itself.
Shock.
In
Whoa.
speech marks, itself. Another one we got is Tetris. Have you heard of Tetris Effect Connected? It's like a brand new game coming out.
I've seen
So,
Tetris IO. I have not seen Tetris Effect. No.
I have heard of Tetris Effect through one of my podcasts, but I don't know a whole heck of a lot about it.
so basically, it was an Xbox exclusive, but now it's just going to be jumped. It was an Xbox exclusive. It was just jumped to PS4, PS5 soon.
Oh, okay.
So if you're a big fan of the Tetris series, that's
Tetris
what's
is
going.
great.
I
Tetris is
know.
amazing.
If you
I
played
agree.
it, if you played it on the Game Boy, that's just like epic retro theme.
Yep.
Dude, yes.
It's a good time waster.
Totally.
Absolutely. BISH, BASH, BOSH, as we always say on there. So another one is, I don't know if you guys ever heard of this game, but it's called Plumbers Don't Wear Ties.
Never heard
No.
of that one.
Yeah. So apparently, this is one. Apparently, it's one of the worst ever games ever made in the early '90s. It's going to be remastered in the next gen consoles, and I don't know why. And it's absolutely crap.
Maybe it's so bad you have to like it, or it's so bad it's good. I don't know.
I'm kind of wondering if it has some sort of like cult following behind it. You know, like it's one of those games that's just a cult classic. It's got a very niche community, and they all just like are lifers on this game. That's all they play.
Hi,
Yeah,
RTK and Decibel. I see you. I see you guys. See you, Bella and RTK. I know you're not popping up on this channel, but you're popping up on my Twitch, so I see you.
So yeah, it was just mad scenes, to be fair. And the next one, which going to be building up to the main topic that we're going to be talking about, is a game called Fatal Frame. Have you ever heard of the series Fatal Frame? It's like a horror.
I have not. No.
It's like a horror type stuff.
Give me a sec. I'm gonna Google it super quick, and then I guarantee you, if I see a screenshot of it, I'm gonna know what it is. Because I grew up with Nintendo.
Yeah.
Heard, never played, Finn.
Yeah. So I'll wait till JD has a quick look, and then we'll discuss quickly. Basically.
Hi, Goyangi.
Basically.
Oh wow.
Yeah. That's my answer. Oh wow. On there. With that. Yeah. So. Basically, Fatal Frame has got a new game coming out, which is the 5th entry of the franchise. It's called Maiden of Blackwater.
Blackwater.
Yeah. So, and it's on its way to PC, last gen, and new gen consoles, as per the announcement of the E3 2021. And funny enough, guys, we are going to be talking about E3 2021 as our main topic on segment 2. But before we get to that, what did you think of the Fatal Frame news on that, guys? What do you think?
I don't know, so I'm not familiar with it. So
I have a Switch, so I'll probably check it out.
Nice.
Absolutely. Well, even if it's coming to PC, I'll probably try it on PC because it's I'm slowly and surely getting back into the survival horror games, and Japanese, they know how to do it right. They got some freaky shit over there.
Yeah. They do have some crazy ones. You're a big fan? Goyangi says he's a big fan of the game series.
Nice.
What was that the worst one that you've? Well, what was the worst one that you ever played on the survival horror series? If it was that, what was the worst one ever that you played?
None for me.
No.
I don't know, Gulliver. I don't know why it's
the worst one.
Last time.
Is that what you said? Worst?
Yeah. Well, have you played any worst like horror games, like the survival horror games itself? Have you had any worse ones at all? If not, don't worry. I was just try and build up to that Fatal Frame.
Bella says, might emulate if it looks interesting. I know the spirit version of that girl smacked me in Smash Bros.
Nice.
And Gulliver says your category says Warframe, so you might want to change it to podcasts.
Yeah, it's just because Restream doesn't.
It's okay.
Properly, so I do apologise.
Fine, so it's all good.
Yeah. No. So
you should just change it to like just chatting or something.
Yeah.
Well, there's a podcast. There's a podcast one.
Oh,
Talk
is there?
Shows and
There you go.
Podcasts. Mhm.
Yeah,
That's
so
the
I've
one I
updated
use when
now.
I'm on Saturdays.
Yeah, so I do apologise for that. Another one we need to sort out as well next time. So basically, the build up, as we were mentioning about, is the E3 2021 series. So we are going to be looking forward to it because there's going to be a lot, and I say this again, there's going to be a lot to talk about. And
There's so much.
Trans is nodding her head saying, yes, yes, there's more to
Trans had to
do.
do the research on all of this. So yes, Trans knows there's a lot to talk about. And I didn't even get all of the information, guys. I got the information I could get access to.
Yep.
I
And
like.
Goyangi says Dread Out has some similar aspects, but it was meh at times. Still a decent game.
Oh, okay.
So
Cool. So basically, we're going to be talking a lot of the top of the games that was announced during the E3 2021 series. So, did you want to go through one at a time, like one by one, Trans, on this? Or are you
I
okay?
mean, you have the notes as much as I do, and you've got a lot to cover on your end, and I've got a lot to cover on my end, leading up to a very, very big announcement at the end. So
Okay, so I'll just do part of it on mine and see how it goes. So,
start from
do you,
yours, bud. Just to start from
yeah,
yours, and we'll just go down.
no worries. So we're going to talk about the Rainbow Six. There's two games. Well, we already know one of them is called Siege. But there's one called Extraction. So Extraction, we saw. Well, say there was some gameplay footage, and on there it's got like spikers,
Get there, fella.
grunts, rooters, smashers, lurkers, and the
Hamsters.
apex as well. So, and it's apparently it's going to be released in this year on September, on the 16th of September, and it will be on PS4, PS5, PC, Xbox One, and Series X. So, do you like the Rainbow Six series?
All the platforms, guys, all of them.
You like?
I've dabbled in a little bit of Siege. I haven't seen any gameplay footage. I was, off the face of the planet for all of E3, so I didn't get to watch a whole heck of a lot of it. But if Extraction is anything like Siege, I'm gonna have a lot of fun with it. That's for sure.
Okay, you'll
Goyangi
be
says I'll probably pick up R6 Extraction. It's based off their most popular event they've had. So
nice. And then in Siege, we forgot to mention. Sorry, Siege. There's going to be a new defensive operator called Thunderbird. I feel like I'm really saying Thunderbirds. I go on here. So,
Thunderbirds, go!
yeah, and then it's available with North Star update, and then in the E3 they did an animated trailer for it as well. So I know you said that you're looking forward. You like playing a bit of Siege. So what's your thoughts of the new defensive operator in your perspective, JD?
Oh, another player to pick and for me to suck at, I guess. I dabble in. I'm not very good at it, but I'm sure if I actually sat down and played the game excessively for like 6.5 weeks straight, I'd probably get pretty good at it.
Like a million people out there do.
So,
Nice.
but I have no details whatsoever on Thunderbird. I don't know what his weapons are. I don't know what his special is. So I was gone off the face of the planet. So, but it sounds cool. I wonder if they're gonna call him T-Bird for short.
That'd
maybe
be
he's
great.
a Top Gun type
good.
character.
You can imagine. There's one of the T-Birds coming by.
T-Bird.
And then just
T-Bird.
blast away as well. So that I will try and get through as quickly as possible. So
it's a lot, guys. We're going to go as quick as we can, guys. So bear with us. And if you have questions or comments, we'll try and get to those near the end if we can. So just bear with us. It's a lot.
Yeah. So we've got Far Cry 6, which is obviously a brand new game, and there's going to be a new villain on there. But in there, there's going to be a battle pass. Brings returning past villains. So the three villains that was confirmed was Base, Pagan, and Joseph as well.
No, Voss. It was Voss. That was a typo. It was Voss. Voss.
We're doing sorry for any technical difficulties.
It's okay. He didn't know what I was talking about.
Still 100%. Voss is the greatest villain out of any of the Far Cry's.
Well, you can play him
another level.
In that battle pass. You can play him.
That's pretty cool.
It's really cool.
We'll see, because Giancarlo Esposito, just as an actor, is phenomenal as the villain. He plays it so well. I mean, come on, Breaking Bad. Are you kidding me?
Yes.
Damn, he was terrifying.
The trailer, JD, you have to check the trailer after the end of this or something. It's chilling.
I'll be checking it out for sure. Because Far Cry 6,
good.
I've dabbled in pretty much all of them. I've never actually beat one full. Okay, no, I beat Far Cry 3 fully, but pretty much after that, I haven't touched any of them for more than a few hours. But I feel like Far Cry 6, I might jump back into it.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks so good.
Absolutely.
Goyangi says, speaking of Top Gun, there's a free update for MS Flight Sim that will add the jets from Top Gun. So
nice.
And I did want to comment super quick on Thunderbird. She is a pilot.
Pilot. Oh, okay.
I pulled that out of my ass. She's actually a pilot in the game. So interesting enough.
JD is psychic. No,
apparently.
Don't quote that.
I caramba. I don't know what to say with that, to be fair. So, but yeah, we've got so the Far Cry 6 introduced the story from the trailer itself, and then we've got so some people like, I don't know if you guys played it, is Among Us. So in Among Us, there is a new mode in the game called Hide and Seek, and there's
yes.
So,
oh my gosh.
So that's been, I think that's been talked about for ages, I think, but I think that's just coming in for a while now.
The thing of it is like people would still play hide and seek mode, but they'd have to do it with the regular maps. But they're going to actually have a section specifically set for hide and seek mode.
And that makes me happy because, like Trent said, people would just have their own rules. You kind of have to do an honesty system if you get, found or whatever. So having an actual dedicated hide and seek mode, that's awesome. I'm excited to get back into that game. I played the crap out of it when it got super popular for a bit.
So fun.
But
it's a lot of fun.
I've noticed it's gone a bit down lately because I don't know what it is. I think it was just, I don't know if there was any much interest or they were just waiting for the updates or anything like that. But
I think a lot of the popularity has to do with COVID restrictions being lifted. People are going outside again, so they're not playing those social games anymore because they're socializing in real life.
That's true, absolutely.
I am with you, Goyonga. I'm happy they're adding it too. Yeah, it's going to be great.
So, and there's a Visia cosmetic, I believe, and then there's be a fifth map on Among Us. It hasn't been confirmed what the fifth map is, but we've just been told there's going to be a fifth map. And we're not sure when that new update or release is being confirmed as of yet. So, the way it's going to be built up, it's going to be absolutely amazing, I think, because Among Us was just top notch, to be fair. And
it's really good. It's a fun game. JD's got an oral situation. He'll be back.
Yeah, that's cool. No worries. So yeah, but while we're going through some of the topics itself, while JD comes back, we've got Death Stranding. So have you ever played Death Stranding before?
I have not played Death Stranding, but I have like a digital copy from getting my new computer, which is up now, guys. This is the pilot episode on my new computer, by the way. So yes, so happy finally.
Nice.
After the saga, but I do have a copy of it. I'll probably install it at some point and check it out, but I haven't actually played it. No, not Death Stranding. I haven't. No.
It's gone down in price now, but they're making a director's cut version on the PS5, which I've seen a bit of the trailer of it, and I think the way it looks, it just crisp effect. I don't know what it is. It's just nice. When you see it, it's just like you're pretty much there, and you're watching a movie pretty much. And
Bella's Among Us went downhill because they couldn't keep up with the popularity and keep the game regularly updated, so it became stale real quick. And Goyangi says UPS simulator.
Yeah, that's kind of honestly what I got out of it too. I remember when it was first announced and Norman Reedus was going to be in it and Michael Madsen, and I was like, oh, this is going to be a really good game. I'm stoked for this. It's going to be a lot of fun. Those are two of my favorite actors. And then I seen gameplay footage of it. And I was like, no. So yeah, I have not touched that game, and I probably won't in the future. Not for me.
I'm just gonna check it out because I got a free copy of it, so that's whatever. Free copies, okay, I'll check it out, but whatever.
Fair dues, fair dues. But yeah, the Death Stranding, there's going to be a director's cut in PS5, and it's just going to be amazing. The next point I'm going to talk about, and I reckon this is going to be really fun if you've got the VR as well. They've created a Nerf Ultimate Championship on the
Yeah.
VR
That's
itself,
cool.
It's gonna
and
be
that,
good.
and I tell you what, they put a stylish gun simulation. We're not sure whether it's going to be a battle royale or a round robin type themed itself, but it's going to come in 2022. I nearly said the wrong year then. In Oculus,
Yeah.
Oculus.
And the people who created that were Secret Location. I don't know what other games they've created, but I did see that trailer. It doesn't give us much on the game, but it looks really sleek. Like it looks like it's going to be really nice. And the guns look really cool. The people look really cool. Yeah. And we're just not sure much about it. It just shows kind of like an intro of them walking into the arena, and that's it.
That's cool.
That's all it says.
I'll check it out. It's one of those games I'll check. I don't have or VR, so that might be a investment here in the near future. But in my city, we actually have real life Nerf. Like you can rent out a space,
What?
and they have all guns and darts and stuff, and it's an old Sears building, and they retrofitted it with a whole bunch of pads and barricades and stuff, and you can rent it out, and you can actually just do Nerf fights.
JD, I'm coming to visit you because that sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I haven't been yet, but I've seen a few of my friends have gone, and I've watched videos. It looks pretty
Boyangi
epic.
says, I might pick it up. I got a VR headset this year. I'm waiting for the Resident Evil 4 VR game.
Nice, but you just spoke. You just took my words out of my mouth there, Trans, because I want to go to JD's now and to do the Nerf.
Let's go rent out the Sears building. Sounds amazing.
Right?
That would have been absolutely epic. And I can just imagine now, like pew pew pew.
Right? Yeah, no, it definitely looks like it'd be a lot of fun. Might have to lose some weight.
Blast.
I'm pretty sluggish around the midsection.
If
Don't got my lungs anymore.
If you do the Matrix type, like in slow motion and shoot, then I would say you're super JD. Super fine, to be fair. So it'd be all good stuff. So, but yeah, that's what could happen. So I've been told there's no such thing as, I was going to say earlier on, there's no such thing as maybe JD. It's either yes or hell yes to get the game.
Yeah, right. There you go. Yeah. So,
that's Mel. It's yes or hell yes, always with Mel.
Perfect. I'll keep that. I'll make a note of that.
Yeah, thank you. I hope so. I'll remember that, JD. With that. So, the next one, which you mentioned about just before we started the stream, before the technical difficulties itself, but Battlefield 2042. So 2042 is from what I saw, they did a pre-alpha. They had 128 players in one session. 128 players in one session. To me, it looks like from my personal opinion, I know you probably haven't seen it yet, so I'm not going to say too much, but the layout looks like it's similar to the Battlefield 4 series, before they went to like back to old school, like the old World War series, and then back into 5, and then I've lost count of the numbers now because they're going from, they went 2, 3, 4.
It's everywhere.
1, 5.
Yeah, so it's just kind of like, what's going to happen? But then this is their first ever game, like proper new game, since 2018, which is
wow.
So all the other bits that they've done is basically with like new updates to the Battlefield 5, but they didn't actually create a brand new one until recently.
Yeah.
But the gameplay that I saw looks amazing itself. So, but what's your thoughts of Battlefield in general? I know you haven't seen the trailer for it, but what's your
I have, actually. Like, 2042 is the only thing that I did watch because I am hype as fuck for it.
It looks
Sorry
good.
if I swore. I don't know if it's an 18+ stream or not.
Yeah, we're all mature. It's all good. You're good.
100%. This is the game I'm looking forward to the most. I watched the trailer 3 or 4 times the day it dropped. I watched the gameplay trailer at least twice through and through, all the levels. That level in Dubai with the Desert Storm, the Dirt Devil, the giant ass Dirt Devil flying around with the sight sound. Oh my god! the tether where the dude jumps off the building, wingsuits, tethers to the crane and pulls himself up on top of the crane. I cannot believe I'm so excited for this game. So excited.
Goyangi says, I'm a Battlefield fan, but yeah, their names get confusing sometimes. And he goes to my virgin ears. What up, Goyangi? Yeah, but whatever. Battlefield 4 and 1 were goated is what Bella says.
Yeah,
So
that's cool. I mean,
Battlefield. I'm so excited for that game.
I tell you what, if I ever do meet you at any point, I will give you some Battlefield goodies whenever that will be.
I'm down, dude. 100%. Sounds good.
Totally.
How about
Make
that?
it make a date. Make a date.
I'll put that on the rain check. On there. So, but yeah, Battlefield 2042. I think it's going to be epic. I tell you what, actually, have you played? Obviously, you would have played Call of Duty. Do you think it'll be bigger than Call of Duty?
Yes.
100%.
Probably.
100%.
Yep.
You don't even know. So I've got a group of friends that I've obviously been gaming with for at least a decade or more.
Yeah.
And we've always done the hop from the Call of Duty hop to Battlefield to Call of Duty back and forth throughout the years. We've played everything, spent countless hours. And every time a new Battlefield comes out, there is so much more hype for the new Battlefield to come out because we only get a new one every 2 to 3, 4 years, right? Whereas COD's every year. So it's the same stale gameplay every year. The only Battlefield I wasn't incredibly hyped about was Battlefield 1 to Battlefield 5 because it was still kind of set in the World War I era. So it's the old-fashioned guns. I put at least 1,000 hours into Battlefield 1, maybe more.
Wow.
So to go from Battlefield 1 to Battlefield 5 wasn't too much of a leap in when Battlefield 5 first came out, and it was a little janky, and that was kind of at the height of Battle Royales. And so I jumped right into Firestorm, and I had a lot of hope for Firestorm, and then EA and DICE just kind of like dropped it like a bad habit. There was no major updates to it, no sandbox updates to it, and so it kind of went stale. And then I didn't play Battlefield for the longest time. Played COD, but most recently in the last month, I have probably put at least 200 to 300 hours into Battlefield 5. It's probably my most played game right now, and I am enjoying the absolute fuck out of it. And now that the 2042 trailer dropped, probably going to be swapping back to Battlefield 4 and playing that for a bit to get kind of back into the modern weapons.
Yeah.
Bella says, I haven't properly played a COD game since Black Ops 3.
I'm proud of you. That was the last good one. Black Ops 3 was the last good COD.
JD, he's the man now. He's going to be there.
Yes, he's the man. He's awesome.
Absolutely awesome. So we've got Halo Infinite.
Halo Infinite, yeah.
Yeah, so basically, I'll go straight in quickly. So basically, there'll be a new campaign. It's set to release on the holiday 2021. There'll be split screen co-op, open world exploration. This is the last standalone Halo that the makers are confirming until another decade. So if you are enjoying the Halo series, this is the last title that you're ever going to hear or see of Halo of Master Chief from now till for a decade.
That's kind of crazy.
And that's just mad, to be fair. But we'll come back to that later and stuff. But Age of Empires 4? Have you ever played Age of Empires?
Stoked.
I'm excited. We get one of those every few
crap
years, too. That's been a
out of
while
those
since 3 came out. And
Yeah,
Tora
it's been a
Game says,
long
I'm
time.
looking forward to the Metroid Dread game. We'll get there, Tora. We'll get there.
Actually, it's the next point, Tora. It's actually the next point.
But I am stoked about Age of Empires 4. I saw the cinematic trailer, and it was pretty amazing. Like, it looks so good. And I used to play Age of Empires like it's nobody's business.
Me too. Although I will admit, never played it legitimately. Always had the cheats, always got the Dodge Viper with the rocket launcher, and absolutely decimated everybody. That's just how you do. That's how you play that game.
That's the only way to do it.
Absolutely.
Go OP all the way.
Yeah.
just get the sunglasses, and that's how we roll.
Exactly.
I need glasses now for those cool moments.
Mic drop.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry, mate. I'm sorry. I'll have to use the mic to drop it after.
Somebody drop it, Malk.
Yeah, drop in on there. But yeah, so 16 years was the last Age of Empires. So 16 years for the new one coming out.
That's insane.
But what's good about it is from each games you hear microtransactions, and that could be another topic that we could discuss in the near future.
In the future, yeah.
But I'm in two minds of microtransactions. But in Age of Empires, they won't have any at all. There'll be none.
That's
Zero.
amazing.
So it's good, but then again, it just all depends. If you're an Age of Empires fan, you'd be
Fair.
absolutely
Yeah, it's
delighted.
true.
If you're not, then tough shit, pretty much.
Tough shit. Sorry.
So,
Pretty much.
yeah, we've got Metroid Dread. That's what we mentioned about now, Tora Games. So,
Yeah.
Hi,
so-
Tora.
So this one is basically this is like a 2D action game, and it's going to be coming back from to finish off the arc story that was all began back in 1986 as well. So, but the producer Yoshio Sakamoto said 15 years ago they were planning on getting Metroid Dread to be what he wanted it to be planned, but when it's out recently, it's totally different to what was agreed on. So we have to wait and see if it's going to
We'll
be.
see how that goes. Yeah, I mean, I saw the trailer that I saw on it. It looks kind of cool. It didn't give me too much about it, but the scrolling, I mean, the side scrolling is like nostalgic anyway.
Yeah,
Nostalgic.
that's like Super Nintendo era.
Yeah.
So I mean, and it looks pretty cool, but I didn't really play the Metroids before, so I didn't really have a basis to go off of it, but I knew of them. And so yeah, it looks pretty neat for what it's going to be, but we'll have to see how it compares to the other games for sure.
Funny enough, with the Metroid games, the last one I played too was Super Metroid for the Super Nintendo. I never played any of the Metroid games for GameCube. I don't think there was really one for Wii.
No, I don't think so.
So I think GameCube was the last one that I remember that came out. But yeah, so I have no idea where the story arc is because, like I said, the only Metroid I ever actually played was Super Metroid on the Super Nintendo.
Couple catch ups on my chat since my chat's not coming up with yours, Malk. Yeah, battle royales are a dime a dozen. Goyangi says, but in this market, if you want to make one, you kind of need to bring something new.
Absolutely.
And Bella says the headshot sounds in Battlefield 1 pure sex.
Oh, 100%. For sure. Agreed.
Goyangi says looks good, still not Metroid Prime.
Yeah. But yeah, it's brought back to the Super Nintendo series, so we'll finally be able to finally find out what's going to happen from Seamus' point of view.
I know.
Well. So
now, Seamus or Samus?
Samus. Sorry.
I say Samus.
Samus.
I say Samus too, but
it could just be because he's in the UK.
It's a debate that everybody has: is it Seamus or is it Samus?
Yeah.
Nobody knows.
I tell you what, 2 against 1, Seamus. No, I know. So
give me a second, guys. I have to take this phone call.
Go ahead.
Worries, mate.
Do what you need, man.
No worries. So, but yeah, I'm going to say Seamus. 1v1. No, to be fair. So, we got Mario and Rabbids Spark of Hope. Now,
yes.
So it's going to come to the Switch, and it's going to be a planet-hopping crossover, and it's a Rabbids version of Galaxy Charles as well. So I'm not a big fan of the series itself.
Yeah, the Rabbids version of the Galaxy characters is what they're going to have, including Rosalina.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so sure. Rosalina is on there. I did see later on the Nintendo Direct, I saw a little bit of the gameplay on it. There's not much to it, but it's mostly the cinematic trailer is the biggest hype right now. It looks really nice, and a lot of people are hyped for it because they liked the Mario Rabbids, the first one that they did. So this is like the sequel to that one.
Absolutely. And
RTK says, who the fuck says Seamus? It's Malk. He says it because it's Malk.
I can't help it with my pronunciations. It's just
all good. It's all good, dude. It's all good.
Thank you for that. Thank you. So here we go. So we got a couple more from my side, and then we're going to go straight to Transfer's side because there's going to be quite a lot.
Because we're going to try and blast through this as fast as possible, guys. And I got a big announcement at the end that a lot of people have been waiting on, and it's
basically
a lot.
Just basically daggers at me saying, "Come on,
let's go."
Okay,
sharpshooting.
Sorry, I'm doing it now.
You're good now.
we've got Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild sequel.
Yes, 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 yes. A lot of people are hyped for this one for sure. And there's a little bit of a debate. A lot of people don't like Breath of the Wild, but a lot of people love it. So there's a massive hype around the Breath of the Wild sequel. That trailer that I saw on the Nintendo Direct, oh my gosh. And the coolest thing about it, and I think you might be covering this, but the coolest thing about it is you can now go to the skies, which is
Correct.
super cool.
Correct. Yeah. I've seen from what they've shown as well. It was like you can go to the skies as well, and it just looks absolutely amazing. And then also,
RTK, you're so mean.
what's he said now? What's happening?
Nothing. Nothing.
Oh,
Nothing was
okay.
said. Goyangi says, I'm all for that great game, first game I got for my Switch.
Nice, nice. I have some words after, to be fair. So, yeah. So they haven't mentioned about the title of it at all. So,
Good.
title is apparently secret. Apparently, so it contains.
We only know it as Breath of the Wild sequel, guys. We don't have anything on it. Like, even the trailer didn't have a title on it. It just, Breath of the Wild sequel. That's all it showed.
Because I think the title's secret because they could be containing clues to the story of
Yeah, they
what's
could
going to
be.
happen.
That could be
So,
possible.
so what they looked at, there was like they had new powers from what I saw on the trailer, and then and what's weird about it is I don't know if this is 100% true, Trans, but it looked like there was two versions of Link. So
Really? I didn't
yes,
catch that.
I don't know if that was true or 100%, but when I looked at it from other news, I think it was on GameSpot. I think it was. There was like, could we see time travel kicking in on Zelda?
Maybe. There's still a lot of secrecy behind it because it's not coming out till next year. So maybe we'll see some more hype trailers coming between now and release. Maybe we'll get a
Absolutely,
little bit more. I know they did say that a lot of questions will be answered about Zelda's origin and a bunch of other stuff like that. So I know there's a lot going on with that. So, but I don't know. They're being so secretive about it. Like, there's nothing. The only thing it really gives you is like when you watch the trailer. If you haven't watched the trailer, I highly recommend it because it looks gorgeous. But the only thing it really gives you is the fact that you will be able to travel in the sky, and
absolutely.
that's about it.
Fair dues,
My
fair
most
dues.
hyped games for the Switch is Shin Megami Tensei 5. I did see that trailer. Yes, Goyangi, that does look pretty sweet. We did not cover it on this list, but yes, I did see that. And Rune Factory 5. So
Nice, nice. So that'll be that. I think it's going to be epic. To be fair, I
yeah,
think it's going
for
to
the
be.
Breath of the Wild fans especially.
Oh, definitely, definitely. Got two more topics left from my side, and then Trances will do
Long
on
list of stuff.
long list of stuff. So, Assassin's Creed,
Yes.
Valhalla, Valhalla,
Yes, yes,
Valhalla.
yes.
I can't pronounce. Stop
AC
saying
Valhalla.
Valhalla, Valhalla, Valhalla.
Valhalla.
So we've got Siege of Paris expansion confirmed, and then we've got new gear and more enemies and missions as well. So that's going to be epic. And if you're a big fan of the Assassin's Creed series, it is
I
without
am.
doubt. I I remember playing the first one where he was like simulated.
So good. So good. So the first one was so good.
And it
It
was
kind of changed a little bit over the course of the series. I don't know how Valhalla is. I have not played it. I have people who say it's pretty amazing, though. I've heard talk to a couple people who said it was really good. But I mean, it's kind of changed a little bit from what it originally was about to what it is now. But yeah, the I am still a fan of the series, regardless. So totally excited about new expansions. Always, 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 always on Assassin's Creed. Always.
absolutely.
Welcome
All
back,
right, we're back.
JD.
Welcome back,
Thank
Jenny.
you.
No
RL
worries.
always
The
takes
wife.
precedence.
Yeah, the wife's on her way home, so I'll have to go up and help put some groceries away, but it won't take me very long.
It's okay. I still got a list of games to go through myself, so you're okay. You got time.
Perfect.
So I've got one more left. It is the Razer Showcase.
Oh, I missed Valhalla. Lame.
Yes.
Should
Okay.
we just go have a time machine? Should we go
We
back?
can.
We should have time
Can we go
machine
back?
back.
Just.
Yeah.
I have played a lot of Valhalla. I've played
There
a
we
fair
go.
bit. I do enjoy it, and I do want to get back into it. So, the fact that there's going to be a Siege of Paris expansion, I'm pretty stoked about that. It's one of their better, more well done Assassin's Creeds of late. English is hard. So
I've had that problem today too, JD.
Once that DLC comes out, I'll probably jump back into Valhalla and I'll probably rip through the main campaign and check out the DLC. Should be good times.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's going to be. I think if you're a big fan of the Assassin's Creed series as well, I think.
While you were away, Goyangi had mentioned Shin Megami Tensei 5, and I told him that I did see the trailer for that, so that does look pretty awesome. Goyangi says SMT is one of my favorite RPG series. I'm all for more Viking stuff. And Ultra, I could make a drinking game with the amount of times that men said Ultra in the Razer showcase.
Nice.
Ultra.
My eye is like itching. I'm sorry, guys. This is like a weird moment to be on camera, but it was like there was something in it and it was bugging me. But we're good.
You're good. You're good.
Everything's all good because in the podcast,
doing it live.
To go back to Breath of the Wild sequel as well.
Yeah,
two versions of Link. I'm guessing Link and Dark Link.
Maybe. I've just read.
It was speculation.
Yeah, speculation because it looked like it was coming from the site called GameSpot.com, I think it was.
Yeah.
There was some talk about it could be in speech marks 2 versions of Link, so we could see.
I could see if it was Dark Link though. Dark Link has already been a popular character just in general.
Yeah.
And we were talking about how the only thing that the cinematic trailer really kind of gave us, it gave us a little bit of gameplay, but not much. But the only thing we really got out of it was that you can travel in the sky now.
Oh, interesting.
So that's going to be pretty sweet.
Cool.
So it gives a whole new meaning, and a lot of things are going to be opened as far as like secrets are concerned. So that's going to be another thing that they're going to have open. That's what they were talking about during the Nintendo Direct.
Fantastic.
Is there any more, JD, that you want to go back?
No, that's good. We're good. We're good.
Nice one. Sorry, we want to make sure that you're okay and happy, and make sure we've got everything covered as well. Thumbs up.
Yeah, I'm golden, bud.
Bish bash bosh.
Let's give her.
So, nice one. So we've got the last one from me, which is the Razer Showcase. So we've got Raptor 27, which I believe is a 27-inch monitor.
Yes.
NVIDIA G-Sync compatible, THX certification, FreeSync premium, and then 165 hertz refresh rate. So
yes,
that sounds like I want to get that money and just like shoo, buy on that.
So
it sounds like an amazing monitor. I didn't actually watch that showcase. The information I got came from secondhand, and there was a lot of stuff released in the Razer showcase. But the big talk was about the new monitor that they're releasing, which is the Razer 27. That was because it has so many cool features, updated features, 165 hertz refresh rate, and a whole bunch of other things that's doing. So, I mean, they're doing a whole bunch with that monitor. So that was the big talk about it later on. And Goyangi says, also more amiibos, please. I collect them. 800 USD for the monitor.
Oh, okay.
So that literally cemented my point that I was about to make was I had this conversation last night during stream as well. Razer is the Apple of PC parts.
Yeah, they kind of are.
100%. You're buying the name. I can show you probably, if you give me a few hours, I could probably show you 5 or 6 monitors that are a fraction of the price for the same features. In my opinion, nothing Razer is remotely worthwhile. All you're doing is paying for the name. Every keyboard, mouse, headset that I've ever seen come out of Razer that I've had physically in my hands just feels cheap.
Yeah,
cheap plastic,
and he does builds
not good
too,
products. So for me this is me putting my name on it. I don't know. Don't buy that monitor. Don't buy that.
It's coming from JD.
Just because it sounds good doesn't mean it is good.
It was just the biggest talk on the Razer showcase is what it was. So the biggest discussion was on that monitor. So
fair enough.
So my money is
Koyangi says, yep, gone. He agrees with you.
Yeah. So my money is completely gone, to be fair, with that. So all right. I'm going to have to check on JD Custom Builds to find out which is the best monitors next time. I'll put that on a date next time.
I'll have to message him.
Yeah, just message him like,
hey JD, it's Milk.
Yeah. Well, we can always chat later tonight. Later tonight in 5 hours. That's
5
8 o'clock,
hours.
right? My time.
You'll be
In
asleep
5
once you
hours.
walk.
It's
I'll
a
be
good
about
possibility.
3 o'clock in the morning.
I will be building a computer on stream, so
Oh,
Whoa,
okay.
really? It's gonna be awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's gonna be awesome.
that's why I have a camera literally just chilling right here, because my desk back here is what I'm building my PC on. So I kind of had my stuff all set up for the PC building, and I was just gonna leave it. And then I seen Trance's Discord comment. I was like, shit, that's today.
That's today. Oh
So
no.
I was like, I better move some stuff out of the way because I have to do that podcast. So
Goyangi says I build PCs as well. I didn't know that about you,
Interesting.
Goyangi, but thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. Yeah, JD helped me get some of the parts from my new PC, which is running beautifully, by the way. So amazing.
fantastic.
He helped
That's
me
what I
with
like
some
to hear.
suggestions. So love it.
Yes,
One sec. Is Gyeongi watching? Is that his name?
He's on
Gyeongi?
my stream. Yeah, the Goyangi. He's on my stream. All the boxes, man.
that what?
Yes, that's his.
Whoa.
That's my
That's
PC.
his.
So
Mhm.
so what
It's
we're
built
seeing,
into my desk.
so that's impressive. What we're seeing at the minute, guys, for the ones that are not seen on screen for the podcast, is basically JD's got a brand, like I was going to say brand new PC.
It's
but
RGB all the way. It's
RGB,
gorgeous.
RGB, unbelievable. And I'm saying this now, bish bash bosh, unbelievable moments as well. So
Yeah, because we will have this on audio, so the audio won't see it, but it's built into his desk, and it looks absolutely stunning. It's like so gorgeous. And Goyangi says PC building streams and videos are my ASMR. Then he gave a big smile and he goes, "Nice."
nice.
Thanks,
nice.
dude. Appreciate it.
So so that's my topics done.
And now
Thanks,
it's
sir.
on to me.
Perfect.
I've got a lot to cover, guys, as well. So first off, I'm going to start with Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora, the new game that's coming out in 2022. Apparently, it was the third Avatar game, but it has a gorgeous, gorgeous cinematic trailer for the world, and it's just beautiful. It looks really beautiful. Apparently, you play as one of the warriors and go through all the different things and explore the different places, and there's a bunch of different locations that you can check out. So it looks really gorgeous. Anybody who's a big fan of anybody who's a fan of the Avatar games and would like to check it out, I highly recommend the beautiful, beautiful cinematic trailer. And the sound just is gorgeous. There's no talking on it. It's just beautiful visuals.
Nice.
Next, under the VR showcase, where the Nerf one came from, there's a indie game. I think it looks like an indie game from what I can tell. Sushi Ben VR. And it is kind of cool because you save a sushi bar by convincing people to eat there. It's not like Diner Dash or any of those games. You don't make the food, but you convince people to come and eat at your place. And it has a really cool manga style panel animation. So it's like got this gorgeous little flashes in the background, and then like the drawings are just stunning, and a narrative focus instead of the creation. And apparently it's coming in 2022 as well. So there's a lot coming up with that. It was just really a cool looking game, like something different that I hadn't really seen before, and I loved the manga style panels. I thought that was pretty sweet. Goyangi says, I have one of the other Ubisoft Avatar games. There's a lot of cats when it comes to indie games this year. So many games with cats. Next, and this is a massive announcement, and I know so many people have been waiting for this, is Elden Ring.
Ooh, okay.
Yes. I saw this. This was amazing. This amazing cinematic trailer and some gameplay as well too, and it has a gorgeous, stunning visuals. It has a lot of a Dark Souls feel, but it's been so long since we've had a Dark Souls game that this is going to kind of almost feel fresh in the Dark Souls type style. It has an open world as well, and it sounds like it's got a pretty cool like feel as far as like the narrative is concerned. There will be werewolves, dragons, demons, tons of things to fight and destroy, and they look gorgeous. And apparently that was developed by Software, and it's coming 1/21 next year. So that's one of the early releases that we can look forward to after the holidays.
January 21st. Nice. January 21st next year. That's awesome. Yeah, I might have checked that game out. I'm just on their website right now. It's a Bandai Namco game.
Yeah.
So that'll be cool. It looks good. Like just this little trailer that they have going on their website.
Mm-hmm.
It looks incredible.
It does, doesn't
the graphic
it?
style looks amazing. It looks like it'll be a lot of fun.
I was like, RPGs are my bread and butter. I love them, and I'm so
Hell yeah.
excited about this. There was another one called Avowed that looked beautiful too, but I didn't put that on my list. Goyangi says, "Yes, take me from software daddies." And Pokemon comes out around that time as well, the Legends one.
Nice.
Okay,
Nice.
next discussion, and those who know me know I am a D&D player, so I had to cover this. I had to cover it. Its
You had
developer
to.
is Gearbox.
You had to.
So, yeah,
You
I
had to.
had to because I love D&D so much. The developer is Gearbox, so it's going to have a Borderlands feel, but it's a D&D and Borderlands mashup style game.
That's cool.
The voice actors are going to feature Wanda Sykes, Andy Samberg, Will Arnett in the show, so it's going to be hilarious. It's a
Who's Wanda
4-player
Sykes?
co-op and story campaign. She did the what was
Oh,
that
yep,
show?
no, yep. I know
You know
who she is. I just
is.
googled her.
Yeah,
Yep,
she's a
100%.
comedian.
And then
She's
Will
kind of come
Arnett
off
and
of
Andy
TV.
Samberg. Oh, that's
Yeah,
gonna
it's
be
going to be
cool.
hilarious. It's going to be great. It has a repeatable in-game content, which to me kind of gives me Outriders feels, because Outriders is repeatable in-game as well. So that hope maybe we're not sure exactly what that's going to be, but for me, the closest relation I can think of is something like Outriders, where you just keep going the end game over and over again,
Yeah.
and doing
Yeah.
different things to change the end game.
Well, you'd
So,
assume it'd be Borderlands, just
yeah,
Borderlands, because
Borderlands
Borderlands
based. Yeah, it's a Borderlands D&D mashup.
so well. So
And
that'll be
apparently,
cool.
the narrative, she keeps changing the rules on you, just like in a D&D game.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
that's
so
gonna be fun.
she's gonna be the dungeon master, and then she's gonna be like,
Yes.
no, we're gonna go this way now. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Tiny Tina's Wonderland is what that's
That's
called.
super cool.
4-player co-op and story campaign. Both are gonna look really cool. Just the little trailer I got off of it was pretty sweet. It was pretty
Nice.
exciting stuff. Goyangi says roll for initiative, and yes, it's based off the Tiny Tina DLC.
Fantastic.
I did not know that. Thank you, Goyangi, for adding that. I appreciate that. Next up, we have Lost Ark Western release. For anybody who's played the game, you know that it was Eastern release for like a while. MMORPG, of course, they're releasing it for North America, Europe, but not Australia or South America, apparently. That's going to be developed by Smilegate, and apparently it comes out in 2021. Do you guys know anything about Lost Ark? Have you played it? Because it looked kind of cool from what I saw.
I've seen it, like, but I haven't actually played it. I've only just seen like clips of it. To be fair, but to be honest, I'm not 100% sure if it's going to be worth it or not. But if you're a Lost Ark fan, then by all
Yeah.
means get it if you're a big fan. But for me, I'm not 100% with it. To be fair, just looking at it from the clips itself. But
And I know there are some people that are probably huge fans for it. Goyangi says, I've got an alpha key, but haven't tried it out, though. There are people who are really stoked about it for those who have played it on the Eastern version of it. So I know that it's something that people are really looking forward to, and it's a big thing coming up. So next is a game called The Ascent.
oh,
And yeah, this looks kind of weird. You'd think it'd be like a hack and slash type from what you get on the trailer, but it's not. It's very strategic, and there's angles where you can't get hit. You have to use your guns to shoot. You know about this one, JD?
Yeah, my buddy Rapture Assassin, he sent me the trailer on it. This is it's kind of like Diablo and Cyberpunk kind of mashed together.
Yeah, like Diablo with guns is the
Yeah. No, it does look good. Absolutely. Yeah, that game looks. I'll
really
probably pick that
cool.
game up.
Yeah, and there will be a handcrafting system and a skill tree and gears that you can do.
okay.
I'm thinking that's going to lead to like a meta situation because of the handcrafting, and there will be lists of the best guns to use on this particular level and da 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 da. But that is coming out really soon. That's coming out next month, July 29th. So that's really a super stoked moment on that one.
Yeah, that should be a good game.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. It looked cool from what I saw on it. There was some gameplay as well as a little bit extra on the trailer that I saw.
Cool.
Next thing to cover, you were talking about indie games, Goyangi. So next thing is an indie game release, Yokai Inn. And I really kind of related to this because it's like a Stardew slice of life type game, but it's kind of narrated similar to the movie Spirited Away. And anybody who knows me knows I love Studio Ghibli and Studio Spirited Away, especially. So good. Princess Mononoke is amazing too, but Spirited Away definitely first every time. And that is where you got spiritual inhabitants that help you rebuild an inn, and you can actually befriend them and have unique interactions with them and different type of things that you can relate to them, and they help you get this inn going. There's going to be farming, fishing, mining, foraging, all the slice of life stuff. It's in early development now. They do have a Steam page coming. I don't know if it's up yet, but you guys can check on the Steam and just look for it. And they do have releases on updates from Twitter, so you can always follow them on Twitter as well. They have right now, they've released character sheets, they've released hand-drawn locations, they've released very early gameplay visuals, so you can check it out. It looks beautiful, and it's a nice slice of life, which there's so many slice of life games coming out now. It's crazy. But this is, it's something that I was like, oh, I want to cover this. It looks so gorgeous.
I am speechless now. I am
Yes, and
speechless.
Goyangi says, I'm waiting for that. I'm a big fan of Japanese folklore. Yes, it looks
cool.
awesome. If you're big into that type of thing, or you're into Studio Ghibli, the creators did say that it was very heavily Studio Ghibli inspired, and you can tell from the trailer that you see from it as well. Okay, next thing we have, I'm going to put these two in the same one. We have 2 games coming out. I didn't see the exact dates. I don't think they gave us a date. I think it's still to be determined. We've got Psychonauts and Redfall. 2 totally different games, by the way. Psychonauts was just kind of like a cinematic. It looked really cool. It looked fun. It had like a kind of playful type animation to it. And he was running all over the place and going everywhere. And it was just, whoa, that's crazy. And Redfall, oh my God, it looks really cool. Like it looks like it's going to be, it looks almost White Wolf inspired. Like vampires inspired.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I see a lot of vampires.
Yeah.
So vampire hunting and stuff should be good times.
It looks cool. It looks pretty sweet. It looks pretty interesting. I'm excited about that. Goyangi says loved the first game. So
and Redfall comes out summer 2022, so next year,
so you
summer.
did get the date on that. I didn't see it. Yep. So awesome. Okay. Last but not least, I'm going to make a big announcement that a lot of people have been waiting on from Bethesda. This was one of the most talked about, most waited on trailers, and the showcase when they actually gave us the information on it was, everybody was blown away. Starfield.
Could you say that again, please?
Starfield.
No,
yes.
Starfield.
Elder Scrolls Space Rim.
Yes, that's what they were saying. It's like Skyrim in space.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, there's so much we got on that, guys, on the showcase. There was a teaser trailer. Behind the scenes video came from the Washington Post. We had the Todd Howard interview, and Reddit users were giving their input on it too. So I'm going to run down the specifics, and we'll talk about this just a little bit, because I know a lot of people are big Bethesda fans here amongst my chat, as well as Malk's chat, and then just amongst us in general. So they said it's like Skyrim in space, but with a bit more hardcore of an RPG. That came directly from Todd Howard. There is a character system. You get to choose your own background, which is really sweet. Yeah, it's going to be pretty awesome. They showed pictures of alien creatures, but they confirmed that there will be alien races that you will encounter in this game.
That's going to be cool.
It's going to be pretty sweet, yeah. They are building it with the new Creation Engine, the Creation Engine 2. I know a lot of people had problems with the glitches from the original Creation Engine. Glitch Skyrim. Just a little bit, yeah. I don't know the specifics on the Creation Engine 2. They didn't give us much from any of the information I got. But you guys might have more information on that I didn't see. So they...
Trans?
Yes.
I got to run real quick. My wife's home so I have to go put the groceries and stuff away. So if I am not back before the interview, can we just take a small intermission? I shouldn't be more than 5 minutes.
Yeah,
totally. Yeah,
perfect.
Yeah, I'm going to finish this, and we're going to talk about it a little bit. So when you come back, we should be talking about it. So
okay, sounds good. I'll see you guys here in a little bit.
See you in a bit, mate.
RL always comes first, guys, always. Todd Howard said they spent a lot of time detailing. There's a picture of a sandwich in the trailer, and he said they spent a lot of time detailing that sandwich and the space cheese.
Just
and they labeled all the buttons.
just a sandwich.
It's just a shot of a sandwich, but he said they spent so much time detailing that sandwich, like a massive chunk out of the side. But he said they spent so much time making sure they got the shading right and detailing all of that. So that tells me that they're putting a lot of work into the shaders and the
Oh,
game,
okay.
like look of the game. They wanted to
So,
do it right.
see, now you've said that to me. Now I just go like, I just want a sandwich now, and look at
Now
it
you want a
in more depth.
sandwich? I know, right? It's making us hungry. Space cheese makes us hungry.
Space
And they
cheese.
also labeled all the buttons in the spaceship that you're in. So that's pretty
Oh,
sweet.
okay.
Yeah. You can get all the labels and everything. They were saying there are factions, and Constellation is going to be the main one, and they're going to be searching for answers. He's kind of related it to what is the word? League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, and a few other things like that. That
Yeah,
type
yeah.
of that type of searching for answers type thing.
Okay.
And there are other factions that you can join. And if you guys are talking in my chat, I can't see you right now. I'll get to you in just a minute. We'll come back to that discussion in a minute. The cinematic trailer showed a ladder, and Todd Howard said, "Don't worry about that ladder. There's not really much about that ladder. It's not climbable." Apparently, it only uses you to get in and out of your spaceship. That's it. So people were so excited about this ladder. Like, what are the ladder mechanics going to be? Can we climb up ladders now? Da, 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 da. And he's like, nope, it's just used to get in and out of your spaceship. So I think it's a walk up thing, a hit point. It'll go dark. You'll get out of your spaceship and go to another location.
Oh,
I know,
oh.
right?
I know.
There was also a blueprint shown in this trailer, and he said the blueprint is not a blueprint. That came from him. The voiceover in the trailer said it was the key to unlocking everything, and Todd Howard says it's part of a mystery that they're trying to figure out. Now, there's
Yeah.
some speculation from where I got this information. They thought maybe it could be time travel. Maybe. Could be Stargate type inspired. I don't know. We will have to see.
I was hoping you said maybe,
Maybe.
maybe. Oh no. I hope it is. It's either
They
yes
also
or no.
showed in this trailer 2 books on the shelf.
Oh, okay.
They were, and Todd Howard says they have significant relevance to the story. The first book was Sailing Around. They're both real books, by the way. The
Oh,
first one was
okay.
Sailing Around the World by Joshua Slocum, and the second
Okay.
one was Omega: The Last Days of the World by Camille Flammarion.
Okay.
Those are actual real books. You can actually read them.
No, no. I'm glad you said that because I was like, are these
Mm-hmm.
the actual I say characters, but like
Yeah.
the actual part of the story itself? Because now you said that, I thought I'm gonna have to have a look at these books and see if there's anything relevant to the story
Yeah.
of the Starfield. To be fair, because
He says they're relevant. He says they're very relevant to the story. So I don't know if that's what the actual titles are or the actual storyline of it, but they are real books. You can actually check them out and read them yourself in real world. Nextly, they referenced the Reddit users were very quick on the uptake on these screenshots. They said that they referenced on one of the patches on the walls, like a bulletin board section in the trailer, and the patch kind of references the 10th planet, which was
okay.
a scrapped Bethesda game
Oh, okay.
years and years and years ago. They did notice that. They brought it up. We're not sure if that has any relevance to what's going on in this. It could just be an Easter egg. It could be whatever. There's still some debate on what that's going to mean. Maybe there's something that ties that into something else, or maybe it's in the storyline. It could just be an Easter egg. You never know. Bethesda likes to put Easter eggs and stuff. They do. They really do.
But
The concept art on the making of video that the Washington Post showed alien creatures, new planets, different strange environments, and futuristic cities. So we've got a lot to look forward to in this amazing, gorgeous game that is coming out. I am so excited about the shaders and the focus that they did on the detail, because that just means that the game is just going to look absolutely gorgeous. It's going to be so beautiful. And that all of that package coming up will be November 2022. So they're going to give some time. I guess they're doing some time to hype it up. Everybody's been waiting on this. We were waiting on new releases last year. Of course, E3 didn't happen last year. So they were waiting on updates on how it was going, and this year we finally got all of our Starfield updates with like a massive little package with a beautiful little bow wrapped on it. So,
Nice. Nice.
and Goyangi said that there are 3 vampire games in E3. They're like 3 vampire
Really?
games in E3, which is good. So, any of my viewers, Malk, if you want to weigh in on this, JD, when he gets back, excuse me, when he gets back, he can weigh in on this too. What do you guys think about the Starfield information that we got? How are you guys feeling about that right now? Malk, we'll start with you.
No pressure. No pressure. Looking at it, I think the way it built up and the way that you described it as well, it makes me feel like I want to play it now.
Yes.
And that sandwich has kicked in too much.
Now
To
he's
be fair.
hungry.
Yeah, it's just brought it in. But no, it's just basically, I think if they've made it spot on, I think if they made it crisp and like
Yes.
made it perfect as well, I think personally, I think it could be one of the games of the year.
Oh, yeah,
Personally,
totally. I mean, it's Bethesda. Skyrim was. Come on, let's be honest. Bethesda makes gorgeous games. Like, when I first
Fallout,
ever played the Elder Scrolls series, the first time I ever saw an Elder Scrolls game,
yeah,
my mind was blown. Like, I'm like, this is probably one of the most beautiful games I have ever played in my lifetime. We're just discussing the information on Starfield that I just gave up all the information. You have those notes, JD, so you can look
Word.
over it and tell me what you think here in a minute. We started with Milk, so.
yeah. So basically, I mean, I like it how they've done the referencing. I was just about to ask you actually,
Yes.
Trans. Do you think that could be an Easter egg with the 10th planet from
I
your?
don't know. I mean, there's a lot of speculation right now. The Reddit users were the ones that found it,
Yeah,
and there was a lot of speculation by the locations that I got it from. And I'll give all those places that I got my information from here in just a minute. But the place that I saw the video and the coverage on it, they were saying it could be an Easter egg. It could be relevant to the storyline. We don't know. It was a scrapped game by Bethesda back in the day. The 10th Planet, JD, is what we're talking about.
Yeah.
There's a patch that has the 10th Planet on it.
Cool.
And it references that game. So it was a scrap game back in the day. It could be something that they carried into this game. We don't know. It's still a lot of up in the air questions about that.
Yeah. I feel like with it being just announced, I mean, I did watch the trailer. It does look good, but we're still a long ways out on,
Yes.
release and obviously more information and tidbits on this and whatnot. So, I mean, it'd be cool. I'm stoked for it. I love Elder Scrolls, so
And
I'll
in
play
his
the shit out of this
interview,
game.
Todd Howard was very, very secretive about a lot of things. He didn't want to give a lot of stuff away.
Yeah.
So he was keeping a lot of it to himself. He was keeping a lot
Absolutely.
of stuff on the down low. So I think
So-
they're really wanting to see the releases, and they're seeing how everybody's reacting, and the hype is going to be massive anyway.
Yeah,
Because I mean, Skyrim in space. Let's be honest.
Definitely with a November 2022 release, you know that
Yes.
they're going to be hyping this up. They're going to be releasing little bits here, a little bit there, new trailers, the rough storyline, your character, that type of stuff, backstory and all that shit. So we got a lot to look forward to in the next year and,
Yes.
a half basically of seeing where they're going to take this game and what we're going to get to see out of it.
Goyangi says, I personally want to see more. Looks cool, and the concept sounds great. I just want to see it all in action. I'm with you on that, Goyangi. Seriously.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll be keeping a close eye on Starfield.
Totally.
counting down the days, crossing them off each day as it comes.
Yeah.
One day more to go till we get Starfield.
Damn it! Damn you! We want it early.
Calendars.
Damn you. Yeah, so that was all the main topic that we are going to be discussing about with the E3 2021, and that was, without doubt, absolutely unbelievable. But can I just thank Trance for getting the majority of that info as well?
Thanks.
There you go. There's a clap from me and from JD as well. I do feel, absolute, bow down to her because she did absolutely amazing with all that.
I did some serious digging, y'all. I'm like, E3 episode. We've got to cover this stuff. This is important.
Yeah.
I will tell you guys the places I got my information from, so you know. The Polygon Ubisoft press release was one of the places. They have a whole bunch of other games and stuff that was in it. Also, I got information from, let me see, where was it? From Velkin YT, who did a video on multiple games that are being released as well. So that was amazing. Thank you to Velkin. And PC Gamer had the information on Starfield. Of course, we love PC Gamer on this channel. Screen Rant had the information on the indie games as well. The IGN video, YouTube, they had like a collection of different things that came out, so there was stuff on there as well. And there was a VR, the VR coverage was done by, I am looking for it. I don't know. I don't see it on here, but there was a VR showcase video that I got a lot of that information from as well.
It's all
We want to
good.
give everybody credit for their sources so they know we're not calling this our own news. We're relating what you guys are telling us.
And welcome to the Bish Bash Bosh news with Retro Vlog and Trans Gamer Girl. And I couldn't say the words.
You can't even talk.
I can't even talk because it's just
Guyangi says, just hope we don't get a delay, but with a big game like that, I'd rather it be delayed as long as it is needed so we don't have another Cyberpunk on our hands. I am with you on that too.
100% be interesting to see how Microsoft, now that they have ownership of Bethesda, if they micromanage or if they just let Bethesda do their own thing. Because, I mean, let's be real, Bethesda's notoriously known for releasing broken games. So
yeah, and I'm really hoping that the information that Todd Howard said about the detail they put on that space cheese goes to the rest of the game as well, and how focused they were on getting the details right and making sure everything was the way it needed to be. So
yeah.
All right, guys. So that pretty much wraps up our main discussion topic. That was a long one.
It was. It's good though. It's good.
It's good stuff.
Just a tad. Just a tad.
But I mean, we knew it was going to be. It's E3, and we didn't have it last year, so it's massive. It's big news.
Absolutely. I agree 100%.
Okay, so now we go into our third segment, Malk. So segue us into our third section of this particular show today.
I wonder what it is.
I don't know. I don't know what it is either.
So segment 3 is, as you can see on the screen, well, you can't see if you're listening on the podcast, but basically, JD Custom Builds, we're going to interview him to hear.
Fantastic.
So as I said earlier on, we have told him to pick 8 numbers out of a possible random numbers.
Just like last week.
Just like last week.
And every week going forward.
and every week going forward. We will we'll alternate the questions itself. So this time, Trans is going to answer the questions to JD Custom Builds. So, Trans, with the hostess, with the mostess.
Yes.
I'll let you do the honors on that.
I will take over and get this knocked out. Okay, so like Malk was saying, we had him pick 8 random numbers. He doesn't know what questions are attached to the numbers. We just put them in, I put them in order for what I have listed on my pool of questions here on this page. And we're going to go down this here in a little bit. If you guys have a couple extra questions for him near the end, you guys can throw those in near the end. We always try and push that to the end. So just hang tight, hold on to those questions if something comes up in your mind that you might want to ask JD. I've known JD a long time, almost since I've been starting streaming, almost as long as Malk.
Yeah. It's been a long time, yeah.
All right, so question number 1 today is, what game made the biggest impact on you as a child?
As a child?
Yes, or when you first started gaming.
I've been gaming since I was 4 years old. So the biggest game, I might want to expand on that a little bit and say game franchise.
Go ahead.
Final Fantasy. My very first game was, now some people will argue, was Final Fantasy 3 for the Super Nintendo. Some people will say that was Final Fantasy, I think it's 5 is what some people will argue, because it's Final Fantasy 3 on Super Nintendo, but it's Final Fantasy 5 on pretty much any other platform it was on. Yeah. So as a child, growing up with Nintendos, Super Nintendos, Nintendo 64s, the whole kit and caboodle, I actually didn't get my first PlayStation until I was 13, I think. 13 or 14.
Oh, wow. So
I didn't really get a whole heck of a lot of experience playing Final Fantasy, but I always knew that this Final Fantasy 3 game, I put hundreds of hours into it, played it over and over and over again. It was so awesome. I love the RPG aspects of it. And then kind of forgot about it. Played that game into the ground and then kind of forgot about it. And then for my birthday one year, I got a PS1. Well, what was my first game with PS1? Final Fantasy VIII. Played the
Yes.
absolute crap out of Final Fantasy VIII.
So did
Loved
I.
it. Again, same thing. Hundreds of hours into that game. And then after that, then obviously I went back. Final Fantasy VII. Played the absolute shit out of that game. Loved it. Fell in love with Cloud. He's far and beyond my favorite character in any franchise to date. So much as such.
Yes. Oh, that's so sweet,
Alright.
dude. I love it. For those of you who are listening on the audio, because we will have this released as audio on podcast channels just so you can hear it, he has a tattoo on his back of Cloud's sword.
Yeah, I have the
Which is
Buster Sword
beautiful.
tattooed on my back. And it is to be period specific. It is the Buster Sword from Advent Children, the movie, which actually went second
okay.
too.
Okay. Wicked.
We're getting all kinds of extra little goodies on this too.
I know.
Oh,
Oh,
he
wicked.
has it. He has it. That's so cool.
My wife bought it for me for, I think it was either my birthday or Father's Day about 9 years ago.
Mhm.
I couldn't find it anywhere. I checked Walmart back in the day when HMV was a thing. Like I was everywhere. I could not find this movie for the life of me. She ordered it for me through a friend off of Amazon because we didn't have Amazon accounts at the time. And then she surprised it. I think it was for my birthday one year. And I've watched this movie
a million times.
a million times.
20
I
million?
love this movie so much. And so to be period specific, I have the Buster Sword from that movie
Nice.
where it's a whole bunch of swords in one. I think it's like 8 or 9 different swords that he can literally pull out of it. And yeah, I was like, I need to get this tattooed on my back. So I did.
That is awesome. I didn't even
That's
know that,
really
JD.
That's
See, I'm
really
even
cool.
learning. I've known him so long. This is why we're friends, JD, because we're both Final Fantasy kids.
Fuck yeah. 100%.
But I didn't
Also,
even
to
know
be entirely controversial, I loved Final Fantasy 15. Loved it.
I have not played it, so yeah. I know
think
we
it's
talked
15.
about it last week, didn't we? We talked
Yeah,
about something else last week.
I'm pretty sure 15, right? 15 is the one with the king. It's got another movie about it called Kingfall.
King
I think it's
Fall,
15.
okay.
Maybe it's 13. I don't know. I can't remember. It's one of them. But it's on Steam too. It's released on Steam. I played the crap out of it on PS4. Again, the movie leading up to it is amazing, and then the game itself is phenomenal. So
Nice,
Well,
nice.
if you guys haven't checked it out, go check it out.
Do it now. Do it now.
It is certified by
Yeah.
JD's Custom Builds as 100% fresh.
Yes.
Totally love it.
No.
All right, so next question we have here. What are some of your biggest influences in gaming and or streaming, would you say, JD?
My main man, Crash Koek. He's been pretty much right there. He's the one that actually got me into streaming. So there was I used to play a game called Destiny and Destiny 2.
Yes.
And we went through a very slow patch in year 3 of Destiny 1. And so that's when I discovered Twitch and I started watching a lot of Twitch. And randomly, I don't know how or why, because he wasn't even playing Destiny. I used to just watch Destiny streamers. And then one day I was just scrolling Twitch and I came across Crash's stream. And legitimately fell in love with the dude. Like, he's just such a great friend. He's just unreal. Like, he's so awesome. He's so interactive with his streams. And I fell in love with his channel and his energy, and I was like, man, I need to get into this shit. This dude, he looks like he's having so much goddamn fun. Like, it just looks awesome. And so he's the one that inspired me to start streaming. And I literally stuck around his stream. Like, I've been subbed to him for 45 months straight.
What?
Yeah.
45?
So
Oh my
almost
God.
4 years. So I've known him for 4 years.
Wow.
I've known him for almost 4 years now.
I don't
And
think I know anybody I'm that long sub to.
literally within 3 days of me watching him stream, I subbed to him, and I have not unsubbed since. Like, it's just like, it was like instant. And now he's one of my closest friends. I'm a mod in his channel and his community. Like everything that could have gone right, with my choosing, basically just 100% choosing his channel, went right. Like I never expected to, get on the inside of all this stuff and, just become really good friends with the guy and have him, help me mold my content to where I hold it to a really high standard. And, when I'm having a bad stream, I just shut it off because I'm like, I'm not forcing myself. I can't. If I'm not feeling it, it's not worth it because, then your content suffers. So, 100%.
I think all of us can relate to that. Like when we're not having a good day, not having a good day, just saying we're going to mulligan this. We're just going to call it.
Absolutely.
End it. I think it's pretty much all of us.
Yeah, no, 100%. I can put pretty much all of my influence on streaming and content creation to Crash. He's definitely helped me become the content creator I am today over the last 4 years.
Aww, that's so sweet.
That's just absolutely amazing.
It's touching.
Absolutely amazing. And 45 months, I am absolutely speechless, mate.
Yeah, no, it's insane. I every time when I resub to him every month, it's the same thing. I'm like, holy shit, it's been that long. That's crazy. I felt like I met him yesterday.
No, to be honest, it's that's what's good about for you personally as well as everyone else as a small streamer, because it's helping each other out, and you know that person that does the content perfect as well, and it's just like, yes, hell yes, I am definitely subbing him or her, or or any person, to be fair.
And for me too, eventually getting into his mod team and seeing stuff from behind the scenes is when you really get to know a person.
Totally.
And seeing how his process of his content and how hard he is on himself.
I think all my mods could say the same thing.
It's unreal. Oh, I want to get into streaming. Oh, I just need to turn my PC on, hit start stream and go. No, there is a lot more to it than just hitting go and having at her. Like, and I mean, my setup, if anyone wants to, see any of my stuff on my Instagram or anything like that, you can see my behind the scenes of where my setup started and where it is now a year later. And I owe a lot of that to Crash because he's a Red Seal carpenter. Nice. He's built his own studio, and that's what inspired me to build mine. And obviously, I'm not done yet, but I'm getting there little by little.
That's awesome. That's so awesome. I love hearing stuff like that where people are influenced so highly and become friends with the people that they, were influenced by. It's amazing. It really is pretty cool.
Yeah.
100%.
Next question. Is there a particular game you grew up playing on console or PC that you would love to see remade? And what about this game made that game great for you?
So it already is being remade. Final Fantasy VII.
Final Fantasy VII, yeah.
Yeah. So legitimately, I spent hundreds of hours playing that game. And then, years went by, got into other games like COD and stuff and kind of, fell off the whole JRPG, genre of gaming and stuff. And then one year I was just scrolling some articles, and I think it must have been right around this time when the original Final Fantasy VII creator he was having an interview, and someone had asked him, if you given the opportunity with the technology of this day and age, is there any specific game that you would like to redo? And he immediately said Final Fantasy VII, 100%. Yeah. He said, but it wouldn't be just a remaster. It would be from the ground up remake.
Wow.
To fit his full vision of how he actually wanted that game. And 3 or 4 years later after that, it was actually announced. So it was that was 100% a dream come true, because I was when I read that interview word for word, I went, damn, if they remake it with next gen graphics and gameplay, that game will be a masterpiece. And so far it is. First episode has been phenomenal.
All I'm going to say to you guys, don't say any more. we don't want to jinx it or anything like that. So with Final Fantasy 7 itself.
But yeah,
because-
the first episode's already been released, and they're talking about the second and third ones as well, I think. And
Well,
that's just
Integrate is already out.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Episode 2 is already out. It came out at the start of this month. It's only for PS5 though. I don't have a PS5 yet, so once I get a PS5, that's the first game I'm going to be
set,
playing
man.
and streaming.
Once you get a PS5, you're all on it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
All right. Okay, so yeah, next question we got on here. I thought maybe you might say Final Fantasy VII because you're talking about Final Fantasy. Next question will be: what are some short-term goals you have as a streamer, and what are your long-term goals?
So 100% first short-term goal is I want to hit 1,000 followers. I'm at 991 right now.
He's so close, y'all. So close.
Literally 8 follows away from 1,000. Yeah, I want that milestone. I've been wanting it for the last few months where it's started to creep up there. I'm like, oh man, I just want to hit that milestone just to get it over with. I've been irking for 1,000 for a while. So that is the most upfront short-term goal that I could think of. Long-term goals, obviously I want sponsorships. I am a PC builder, so if I can get any kind of sponsorship for PC building and start PC building and doing giveaways on stream, that'll be a dream come true. So that's kind of what I'm building towards. And then obviously long-term goal, completely 100% finish the rest of my studio. Like, the stuff you guys see on camera, that's literally like 20% of the rest of the room. I want to finish the rest of this room off so that I have a dedicated streaming PC for PC building, like a desk and the whole kit and caboodle, instead of kind of just doing this janky, I'm going to move my camera over here and do it this way. I want to be able to, this is my gaming setup. So when I'm streaming and playing games, boom, this is what I'm doing. When I'm building PCs, in that corner. But then also, I want a big, like 65-inch TV here. I have a couch over here. So,
nice.
I want this to be kind of like the chill rumpus room stream studio, the whole kit and caboodle. So that's what I'm reaching for. Hopefully by next summer, I'm hoping it'll be finished. It's really expensive.
Quick interjection on my chat, guys. I do see all the things you guys are talking about. We'll get to that in a little bit. Hang tight for me, okay? We'll get there. We're just going through the interview right now to knock out JD's questions and get these taken care of. All right. So yeah, that sounds awesome, dude. Like it already looks really cool. Just a small section that you see on stream.
Thank you.
Because like everybody is like, oh my God, it looks so awesome. It really does look awesome, guys. It really does.
I appreciate that.
But
next.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Malk.
I was going to say, let's get JD Custom Builds to hit the 1,000 followers, please, guys, please.
He's so close.
Thank you so much.
After the stream, we will try and do everything in our power. Fingers crossed. I'm not going to say any more because I don't want to jinx it. But I want to try and get you to hit the 1K. 1,000 followers.
Oh, that'd be so cool. I really appreciate that.
Yes.
So
we have hype squads and stuff on deck. We can get you there.
Absolutely. Sorry, Travis.
All right.
For that.
It's okay. No, you're good, man. That's totally cool.
No,
next question is there a game that's releasing soon that you're super hyped to play? And we just talked about a whole bunch of games coming out for E3, but any of that or anything that you've seen otherwise, and why are you hyped up about that game?
Battlefield. Obviously, I have been big into shooters. Like that's my main focus right now is shooter games. That's kind of what I base my channel off of. I'm relatively good at them. I'm not great, but I get some plays here and there. I was playing COD Plunder 2 nights ago, and we were just screwing around, having a good time. There were 6 of us, so we split off into 3-man squads, and we actually all got into the same match together. Incidentally, we also got in the same match as Stone Mountain 64.
Oh man!
So, yeah. His squad was winning the match the entire time. I died a couple of times. He killed me right at the start of the match, and I was like, "Oh my god, it's Stone Mountain 64! He just killed me." So that was kind of hype as fuck. Died a couple more times, and then as I was flying back into the map, a Juggernaut landed right where we were at hospital. So I landed on the roof and grabbed it. So I got Juggy. the squad that was Crash, Knives, and Humbucker, they were fighting against us. They knew we were all, because I was streaming, so they all knew where I was. So they came to hospital too. We wiped them, and then I ran into hospital, got up to like the 4th or 5th floor as Stone Mountain jumped through a window. And I mowed him down with the minigun, and I was like, "Take that, Stone Mountain!" Ha! So, so shooters are my main focus. I love playing them right now, and COD's getting a little stale. I don't play it a whole heck of a lot. Obviously, it's a little bit fun. We will be playing COD Customs tonight. We're trying to get people in for Rebirth Resurgence Customs. So by all means, if you guys want to join, follow my channel, whisper me, do whatever you got to do. I'll get you in the Discord or message Trance. She's in my Discord too. And we'll get you guys in on the gaming because we want to get a bunch of people so we can do custom Warzone. But yeah, so Battlefield 2042, that's the game I'm most looking forward to in the next 6 months for sure. That'll be my main game once it comes out.
Nice. And that kind of pulls into our E3 discussion as well as the next question that I have for you. What gaming conventions do you really pay attention to, and what is your favorite part of that convention? And of course, we talked about E3, but is there any other ones that you really watch?
So obviously, being a Twitch streamer, the biggest one that I'm looking forward to, obviously, is the one I want to go to eventually and see, all my community members, TwitchCon. I do eventually want to make it down to TwitchCon, whether it's in the next year or the year after. Eventually, I just want to do it. I know Crash and him and Knives, they tend to plan and they rent out a house, and then whoever wants to get a room in the house, that's definitely an option open. So that's eventually one thing I want to do is be able to go down to California, hang out for the weekend, and meet all these people that I've been gaming with for hours upon hours on end, that I've grown obviously really close to as really good friends, community members, mods, the whole kit and caboodle. So being able to see them, meet them in person, and arms over each shoulder, go out for supper, have some drinks, that type of stuff, shoot the shit in real life. So TwitchCon's obviously the one I pay the most attention to. So
that's been a goal
hopefully
of mine
eventually be able to do it.
That's been a goal of mine for quite some time as well.
Yeah.
Because my community isn't as big as yours, but I would absolutely love to go to TwitchCon and meet
It would be
people,
amazing.
meet fellow streamers that I've made friends with over the years.
Yeah.
Hang out, chill, just have a good time. Really, it would be something that I would love as well too.
Yeah, just the experience factor would be incredible.
Totally.
Once a lifetime thing, and then just be able to go
definitely.
every year. So
Absolutely. Brilliant stuff.
You kind of mentioned this a little bit earlier, but if you want to go into more detail, that's fine too. How long have you been streaming for, and what were some of the memorable milestones along the way?
So I've been streaming since just before my son was born. My son, because he's 4 this year. So almost 4 years. It's coming up on 4 years, I think, in September or October.
About as long as me.
But I also took like 8.5 months off. I just walked away from it for about 8 months. Had some IRL stuff I had to deal with. So, and then I've been back for a year and a half now, or maybe it's only been a year. I don't think it's been a year yet. I think it's coming up on a year in like August or September as well is when I came back. So it's coming up here pretty quick. But milestones wise, I made a couple name changes. I used to be Doom01989. Just super generic. Slap some numbers onto the back of my original gamer tag. And then for the longest time, and Trance, I think you met me as, was Daddy Doom. Yeah. That's where I used to be. And I ran that for a long time. And then I discovered PC building. So as soon as I discovered my passion for PC building, that's when I became JD Custom Builds, because I build custom PCs for people as well as myself. Definite milestone would have been when I made that name change and literally directed my channel towards building PCs on stream for people and eventually growing a community based around that. So Other than that, I mean, milestones wise, just any when I hit 500 followers, that was huge for me. Even when I hit 100 followers, I was like, holy shit, 100 people follow me. That's crazy. And now
Dude,
here
yes.
I'm creeping up on 1,000, and that's just absolutely insane. That 1,000 people are following some random dude in small town Saskatchewan. So it's interesting, but I must be doing something right because I've made a lot of friends over the last few years.
I feel that way with the followers I have too. Like some random person in Tennessee has just got all these people that pop into her channel, and I love you guys. I do. You guys know I love y'all.
Yeah,
Absolutely love you guys to death, and I'm so happy that y'all like me enough to come back and hang out with me.
you're pretty cool. I think we'll keep you.
Oh, thanks, JD. Feels so special.
Legendary.
All right. Aw. Last question. Was it the last question? Yeah, the last question I have for you, JD, is what was the best memory you had since streaming, and what was the worst?
Oh, yeah, that's a tough one.
The pressure.
I'm trying to think of the best one, because there is a few.
If you got a few, that's fine. You can mention a few of the ones.
I mean,
yeah.
not to say that when someone financially supports you, obviously I'm not in it just for money.
Mhm.
I'm not in it for money at all. I'm in it just to play games. But my last birthday, so last year on my birthday, I was broken. Like, it was ridiculous. What ended up being a birthday stream ended up turning into like a birthday month, and my community just absolutely spoiled me, and I was broken more than a couple of times on stream. So that was one of the most memorable moments. That the fact that my community's like, hey, we like you, you're pretty cool, here, have some money, so and to the point where it was like, guys, Kay, stop it. Enough. Go home.
No
Go
more.
spend your money on something else. And it's just, yeah. It goes back to, it's so cool that I've built this channel and this community, and a lot of these people are still here. Tora Games, he's been with me since day one. Legitimately
Nice.
day one. I don't know if Tora is still hanging out, but I'm not quite sure how long he's been subbed to me. He's been subbed to me almost as long as I've been subbed to Crash.
Oh, wow.
Tora is the only person in my stream with a founder's badge. So that goes to show you.
Yeah,
He's been here since day one, and he's been like my rock. Me and him maybe don't talk every day, that type of thing, but we're close friends where we can go months on end, not that we have, and come back and it's like we never left type thing.
I like those type of people. Those are great.
That definitely my best memories. And then obviously when I hit affiliation was a pretty cool moment, when you get that email and you're like, oh my God, fuck yeah, I did it. I fucking did it.
So, oh my gosh, yes.
And then being able to help my other friends do it as well. Tater Tot Aimbot. I helped him hit affiliate, and a few other people. Tora, I helped Tora Games hit affiliation. So being able to, have them help me with it, and then me to turn around and return the favor, definitely was worthwhile. And yeah, as for worst moment, would have been probably last year when I walked away from streaming. I didn't want to, but I know I had to. And like, I walked away. Like, you see my studio right now and all the stuff I have that I've spent money on and built and all this stuff. I literally whitewashed my setup. All I had was a monitor and a PS4. That's it. I got rid of my PC. Wow. I got rid of all my streaming equipment, everything. And then to take that eight month break and then decide I want to get back into it. Not even streaming, just PC gaming. Slap together like a $600 PC just so I could play some games with people. And then since that $600 PC, to build that up and turn that $600 PC into the $3,400 PC I have beside me is insane. And especially to do that in a year. And that's not even just going from that to that. Like, I had a couple PCs in between those that I spent money on, built, ended up selling, excuse me,
Okay.
to friends and stuff.
You're doing a lot of talking.
And
That's what it is.
just so that I could, upgrade basically. So I started with a $600 PC, ended up putting that up for sale because I decided I was gonna build a bit better of a PC. Managed to get a bunch of parts from, to be frank enough, people in my community that didn't need that stuff anymore. So got all that stuff at extreme discounts. Thank God for my community, because it wouldn't have happened otherwise. Being able to build said PC, to the point where I can actually play games that in high fidelity and high graphics and whatnot. And like, it was a solid PC. And then to end up selling that to a photographer friend of mine, because he had a really awful laptop that he was trying to edit all his photos on, and
Oh my gosh.
it wasn't working out for him. So for him to go from a PC that would take him 2 to 3 hours to edit up to a dozen photos, to being able to do that in a matter of minutes was huge. And then so I sold that to him, and then I've obviously built the PC parts that I have now for the most part, put that system together, and then to go back on the saddle, come down here, start building my studio again, getting it finished, and then building my custom desk, and then building the drawer with my PC inside the desk now. So
that's pretty cool. That's so cool.
Yeah. So it was heartbreaking when I had to walk away from Twitch, but it was a really good moment when I was able to come back.
Okay, so that wraps up our questions, and I've learned a lot of stuff about you too, JD, that I've known you for years and I didn't even know. So this is been informative for me.
Yep.
And I hope it's been informative for everybody else. I know it's been informative for Malk. I'm going to go over some of the comments that were in my chat when we were talking. Are you hitting the sound bar? Is that what you're doing? What's going on?
No, that's my wife texting me.
It's your wife texting.
Yeah, her notification sound is the anime.
Wow!
I keep hearing. I'm like, what is that? Is this somebody's soundbar?
See, I didn't want to say anything. I didn't want to say, where's that come from? To be fair, but fair play.
Yeah. But there was a couple of chats that where my people in my chat were talking about. We were talking about games doing that influenced you. Bella said Minecraft for me, Zoomer stuff. Goya says apparently there was a data miner who found files about FF7 remake coming to the PC. The Little Big Planet game on PS3, such innocent times. Bro, LBP2 was so much fun. Stone Mountain 64, yes. The voice chat drill sergeant used to binge those videos, and Goyangi agreed with that on Bella. So that's the questions that have been the things that have been commented in my chat. So I was like, I'll get to you guys in a little bit. All right, so I'm going to do the segue this time, because I was the one that did the questions. So we are now in the part of our podcast, like the last little tail end where you guys can ask us anything. You guys can put a question in chat for myself, Mal, or JD, especially if you want to learn more about JD and his channel. So definitely go ahead and put those in there now. If you have any questions for us, we'll give you guys a few minutes to do that while JD texts his wife back and says he's almost done.
Even though she's just upstairs, but she's telling me what she wants for supper, so.
Okay. So you guys can get those questions in now for us on Malk's channel or my channel, whatever. So
the first question is, what is for supper? That'll be the question.
I don't know what's up for supper for me. I don't
know. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's Western Pizza, which is a local pizza joint here. It's one of the bigger pizza joints here, and she wants the family combo for 4, which includes pizza, lasagna, dry ribs, or chicken wings, Caesar salad, garlic toast, Coke, and souvlaki. And then she wants a poutine as well. So
what?
I think Malk's coming to have dinner with you. That beats your sandwich, Malk.
Yeah. Forget the sandwich earlier. That's
no sandwich. No sandwich.
Yeah, no more of that sandwich now. To be fair, but that was just.
I like a good sandwich.
Malk,
I'm gonna have to get Trance to invite you to my Discord so you can see some of my foodgasm posts.
Seriously,
a lot of food. I'm a bit of a foodie.
I'm
a bit of a foodie,
amazing.
and I like making good food. So I made a pork tenderloin sandwich the other day, and it was, to be, frank, amazing. It was so good. It was really delicious.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank
I
you.
did get a quick question in my chat. It was a Kappa question, but it's a question anyway. Bella says, JD, where does one find reasonably priced GPUs?
Bella, that depends on where you live. I might have the hookups.
Hey, JD got the hookup, man.
Also, I would like to say too, I don't know if it's at this point really insider information. Stock is starting to normalize across North America, so just sit pretty. The GPUs are coming back in stock.
Yay! I'm so
Oh, okay.
excited. Goyangi says, I'm having breakfast foods for dinner. I like cooking and baking myself. So,
Breakfast for
we had fun.
supper is the best thing ever.
Brenner is amazing.
Yeah. What Gyeonggi said, absolutely. Bella, if you live in the States and if you have a micro center close to you, you have to go in store, but you can put your name down on a back order. So that is an option, and then that will be at MSRP.
I'm just moving. I'm just going to move to
Milk's just moving.
just the States now because
We have amazing food here, Milk. You should totally move here.
You know, at the same time though, Milk, where are you from? Where do you live?
From the UK, the Midlands area as well. So
Yeah,
it's
like,
pretty much.
Don't get me wrong, we got good food, but I would die to go into the UK, go to England, get a full English breakfast, and just absolutely destroy the whole thing. Plus, I really want to try black pudding.
Do you want to?
It looks so good.
Yeah,
black pudding looks so good. I want to try it so bad.
The black pudding comes from the Black Country, which I'm near the Black Country as well.
I'm jealous.
So I'm sorry about that. I will try and send some images of the black pudding.
Send them for JD so he can see them.
I will drool all over them and fantasize eating black pudding.
Yummy. Dreams about black pudding.
Well, I don't know what's going to happen with that PC after, because it'll just be drools all the
It's secure in a drawer though, like it's covered. It's
it's got a tempered glass panel on it. I'm pretty sure I can make it waterproof. We'll be okay. We'll be okay.
No concerns. We're good. We got this.
Thank God for that, because I was worried to death with that, because I was going to say, here's your full English breakfast, and then you got your black pudding as well. Like,
yeah. Although one thing I will admit, as a Twitch streamer, and I know everybody else can, back me up on this. When I turn my PC off and my gaming screen turns off, it is disgustingly dirty because there's just like spit splatter all over the screen because I spit when I talk. It's just what I do. I'm an aggressive talker. Okay, so
wiping it down.
But Tater Tot came over the other day and he was like, dude, clean your monitor. And like, I don't really notice it because I never look at my monitor when it's turned off. Because the first thing I do when I walk in my studio and I hit the button on my PC. And by the time I sit down, my PC's in Windows. Everything's turned on. I never see my monitor when it's off. So we were doing some PC stuff and he's like, dude, what are you doing? Like, clean your monitor. I'm like, what are you talking about? I looked at my monitor and there's just little spit specks all over it. And it's just like, that's disgusting.
Oh, ledge. Absolutely.
Bella says, bro, Goyangi says, I also wish we had a Nando's here. Bella says, bro, I'm anything but North American. I don't know how the situation is progressing in Western Europe with prices. And RTK, Rooftop Korean, says, Malk, did you see how Germany folded Portugal this evening?
Obviously, that's a football question.
Yeah, definitely. It's all good. It's all good. We keep going as well. So, to be fair,
Malk was telling about the bad day because of the soccer game earlier today.
Absolutely.
That was yesterday.
Oh yeah, it was England, Scotland, which is like the biggest rivalry ever between us two. And we played rubbish. Scotland should have scored.
Why don't you just see
it was like
the family combo and then just upgrade the fries to
see how it goes, to be fair. But we got
it does.
Should be good stuff. But Josh, how you doing, Josh?
Hi, Josh. We're doing the podcast. This is my friend JD Custom Builds. We were doing an interview with him.
Yeah, never mind. It doesn't.
You can rewatch later if you want. He's discussing dinner with his wife right now.
I just read it. I just read it. Sorry, guys.
It's okay. It's okay. And we were doing the Ask Anything questions. If you have any questions for Malk, myself, or JD, feel free to bring those up. And definitely we will answer those. And when everybody seems like they've got their questions in, he has a beautiful setup. He was talking about it earlier. You'll have to watch the video again, Josh. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And we're just doing the Ask Anything section right now. So if you have any questions for him, me, or Malk, feel free to ask those in the chat, and we will answer them to the best of our ability. Just say who you're asking it to.
Absolutely.
And Rooftop Korean said Scots were definitely more fun to watch that day.
Thanks. Josh says, who are you rooting for? Obviously, England, obviously, anyway.
Of course.
But
Of course.
a question for JD, how much is the average PC? Well, I've muted him for now because obviously he's on a quick call at the moment. So
Talking to the wife about food. We'll get to that in just a minute. You can ask any other questions, and we'll get back to it in a minute, Josh, when you're ready.
Yeah, so we'll ask him in a minute. But, yeah, the football, let's not talk about it in more depth, but let's go straight.
We're going to put that discussion behind us.
Sorry, guys. Oh, thank you. Thanks for muting me. I don't have a hot mute here, I don't think.
Sorry.
I don't know. Did that work?
Yeah.
It worked. You were good.
Damn, I guess I could have muted myself. Oh, well.
I was trying to time it just to see if you got the call. Then you went back to the mic. Like, oh, shit. I forgot. So yeah, Josh has asked a question saying, how much is the average PC you build?
Average price of any PC that I've built over the years, I've built a lot.
Okay.
I would say has been in the realm of $1,200 to $1,400 Canadian. So that you're looking at about $1,000 to $1,300 American. So
wow,
not awful. But that was also
reasonable.
When prices were lower. Like I have yet to build anything in the 5000 series Ryzens. So they are a little bit more expensive than the 3000 series. But yeah, generally speaking, I have been able to put together a system in the realm of around 1,400 Canadian. I'm building one tonight that's 1,800 to 2,000. So if you guys want to come and watch me build a PC tonight, I will be live in about 4 hours to build that PC. So yeah, you guys can see the master blaster doing his craft.
JD's an amazing person too, Josh. Definitely, he is actually really close to 1,000. So we were talking about we were going to try and do everything we can to get him to 1,000. He's like 8 away, so he's really, really close. So if you like chatting with him here, definitely follow him. He's super awesome. He does late night streams. Totally love the guy. I've known him for years, almost as long as I've known Malk. So he says, "Do you ship worldwide?"
Unfortunately, I do not. Not yet. Anyway.
Not yet.
Due time. In due time. I do eventually want to make this my full-time gig. So eventually I want to get to that point.
Bella has a question in my chat. Bella says, for everyone, what is a popular gaming franchise that you never cared for or never played?
Oh. God damn it.
I'm trying to think off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Oh, for a while there, I didn't play COD. For a while. I have not played Battlefield, any of the Battlefields. I haven't played any of those.
Friends off.
I'm sorry.
Well, now that you have a PC, we'll have to change that.
Yeah, I know, right? A good one that actually runs stuff. Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
Gaming franchise that I never cared for, never played. I mean, in the last 10 years, I haven't really played any sports games. Does that count?
Yeah, that's the same thing for me, too.
Yeah. I have never, ever, got to think. I've got to think. Hang on a sec.
This is harder for Malk than it is for either me or JD.
Yeah.
What's that say about Malk?
It is. To be fair, I really don't know. I love my sports. I love like the action-packed games. I loved all that. I can't think of one that I did not had that I would not play on it.
I know you are.
I would need to say I really don't know. To be fair.
You'll have to think about that one and get back to Bella on that one.
Yeah, I've got to think because it's a tough one because I like all the games. There are some like obviously I've got to get into as well, but it just takes a bit of time. I mean, don't get me wrong, I loved World of Warcraft. It took me a while for me to get into it,
Yeah.
but I haven't played on it for a long time since I was at uni, to be fair.
Same. It's been a while for me as well. Wow.
So,
I've figured out what I've never had interested in.
Ooh, which one?
Overwatch.
Overwatch.
Okay.
Okay.
Which is
Never
interesting
that.
because you
I
play
think that game is.
Valorant.
Okay, so funny story behind Valorant is because I had no interest in Valorant either. It took literally 6 months of tater tot pushing and pushing to download the stupid game and play it with him. And then I finally said, you know what? Fuck it. I'll fucking download the stupid goddamn game. I downloaded it. Corrupt files. I deleted it. It took him another month.
Hey,
And now
JD,
it's one of
let's
my.
play
It is one
Valorant.
of my favorite games. I do enjoy Valorant a lot, but Overwatch is just
Hey, JD.
Overwatch just looks stupid.
He just been on your mind like, hey JD, hey JD, hey JD.
Legitimately.
Viral Josh says because I might hit you up because I'm getting a desk. And Bella said until a few months ago, Goyangi had something real quick before that. With sports games, had to be in the mood, so maybe every 3 to 4 years I might play one. Bella says until a few months ago I never cared for Red Dead Redemption. And then I bought RDR2 on sale, best game I ever played.
Amazing.
Ever easily.
Phenomenal game.
Bella says never played Overwatch. I heard it's pretty ass now.
So have I. And that's why I'm kind of happy that I never played it, because I've heard it's just absolutely terrible now. So
Goyanga says I'm the same way. My friends started getting me into it. So a lot of friends saying, "Hey, play this game with me." That was me in Warzone.
as for Viral Josh too, 100%. I can help you put a budget together for a PC. I can give you a parts list so you know what parts to pick out and buy and stuff. And then worst comes to worst, I can legitimately walk you through step by step how to build a PC. It's possible. I've done it before.
So he did.
So it's definitely an option.
Oh, gutted.
Goyangi, I got Overwatch for free though. Never put money into it. So. Ooh, hi Salty. Good to see you.
Hi Salty.
Potato's here. Hey. God love when JD plays Valorant with Tater and I. Lol.
Yep.
Oh, fair days. It's absolutely
right.
amazing. So, have we got any more questions for? We've got one more minute. We've got a couple more minutes, and then we're going to stop
We're going to start wrapping up everything. So, a couple more minutes. Get your questions in now. We'll get to them as quickly as we can.
Absolutely. Hey, Salty, how you doing? How you doing on that? So, but yeah, I mean, have you enjoyed it today, JD?
I did. It was a really good time. You know, you called me out on it right at the start, and I kind of put up a tough face. But when I first hopped in, because I had no idea what I was doing, I was a little nervous. But the second you hit stream, pulled me in, and we just started talking. Obviously, I'm a natural, and I had it was a really good time. I would definitely love to do it again down the line with you guys.
Oh, totally. We would love to have you again, JD. It'd be amazing. So, yes, like I tell everybody's like, people are like, oh, I don't like Shani last week. She was so nervous. Like, it's just talking. We're just friends talking, getting to know each other, chatting about stuff. It's not anything, no pressure. It's all good.
I was more nervous before you guys started streaming. When I just hopped in and you guys were just like going through your notes and stuff, like on what you guys are doing and reading stuff over, and I'm just like, I'm just chilling here, you know, whatever.
Well, we just wanted you to know what was going on and what was coming on. That was all we were doing.
Yeah, and then once you know you ended stream, and then we had that bit of a hiccup. I was like, okay, they're not professionals. I'm good. I'm amongst my people, so it worked out.
You were like,
sorry to call you out on that, Mel.
Like, neither have we, so it's okay.
Yeah.
I got a couple questions in my chat for the last minute here. Bella says, what's the best AMD processor right now, looking for an upgrade when the prices become normal again?
What do you have right now? That's what it really comes down to. Are you 2000 series or 3000 series? Do you stream? Like, there's a lot of variables. So
I don't think Bella streams.
If she doesn't stream, I would go for either the 5600X or the 5800X. Those are your two best options. Anything more than that, you don't need it unless you're, big into graphic design and video editing. So 59 and 5950 are not in most people's ballpark, because those are the really high end stuff, and you'll never use the CPU to the full potential. So 56 or 5800X is definitely your best choice.
Goyongi also had a last minute question. What is your favorite game of 2021 so far? I'm not sure if that's for all of us. That may be for all of us. Let me know if that is for all of us. But we'll start with JD since he's our guest.
Absolutely.
It's probably a toss up between Destiny 2 and Battlefield 5 for me so far. I haven't really played any new games this year. Nothing's really come out that's really piqued my interest. So, but the Destiny 2 update that came out a month and a half ago has been pretty good. I've been playing that again.
Oh, okay. How about you, Trans?
For me, well, I mean, honestly, I've played like games that have been out for a while, but I think the game that I go to the most, especially on my own, is probably Valorant.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Is Valorant for you?
Valorant a lot for me, absolutely. Bella says I have an Intel from a few years ago. I need one for gaming.
5600X, and that means you'll have to do a full overhaul of your system. So B550 memory and CPU. So if you want to hit me up, I can put a list together for you on what you need to look out for and what are best for your system.
Oh,
And Malk, you still got to answer your question. Best game of 2021 so far.
You guys, well, you, Trans, was kept saying Valorant. Go on, Valorant.
I know, I did.
Valorant.
What Tater did to you, I did to Malk.
Oh, and Malk, you like it, right?
Yeah.
It's an enjoyable game. No, it's and surprisingly enough, I'm half decent at it.
He is actually.
I am still crap at FPS in general, to be honest, and I'm always bottom of each team. I'm
getting better.
I am getting better. I am getting better as well, but it's just trying to get my head around it and trying to understand, because it's been a very long time for me as a PC gamer, and now I've got it all set up now, so I can't have any excuses now. Wink, wink. To be fair,
no excuses, Malk.
No excuses now. So, but yeah, I'm going to say Valorant for as of now for this year.
Bella says, "Yeah, I know about the overhaul. Thanks for answering." So.
Perfect. Yeah. Actually, do you think could I just toss my Discord invite link into your chat, and then whoever wants to join can join? And then it's an easier way for people to.
Did you want to copy that link, Trans, onto yours as well?
Yeah. Well, he's in my chat. I'll have to do it on yours.
Okay.
But we can do it that way. I can copy it and then post it in the stream.
Cool. So that's cool.
No, there it is. You got it. We got it.
So on the chat itself, on the links here, we've got JD Custom Builds. Make sure you join in on the Discord. We will make sure he hits the 1,000 marker for the followers.
Guys, get in there.
That'll be one.
He's so close.
So if
take it upstairs, Nova.
If we do that, that'll be saying, well, the podcast has done it. It's just got it over the line.
We did it.
Help them out, and I hope we do. Anyway, I hope. Yeah. Come on!
We're crossing our fingers, guys. We can make it happen. Goyongi says, myself, I'm very happy with the release of the Yakuza series coming to PC. I've been playing a game called Naraka Blade Point that hasn't fully released yet, but is enjoyable. So,
interesting.
Quick response from
cool.
Goya on that.
Cool. Right, guys. I think we're gonna have to do a wrap up now.
That's it. We went longer than last week.
That was a quick 2 hours. That was enjoyable. I really enjoyed that. That was awesome.
So quick, man. So quick. It was crazy.
It was that minuscule 2 hours out of nowhere, just like, gone.
It blasted by. It always does.
But can I just say a massive, massive thank you to JD Custom Builds as well.
100%. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much, my friend. You're amazing.
So absolutely check him out. We will put on the links in our social media to make sure you do follow him and make sure he does hit the 1,000 marker. You'll be absolutely delighted. And we will, as he's showing the love heart to all of you guys, all of you fans.
Yeah, everybody in chat, you guys are incredible. You guys are amazing. So thank you so much for coming and enjoying I hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. I know I did. So
pure banter, as we always say back in the day. As
Super stoked.
But I'd like to say thank you to Trans for getting all that info of E3, because without her, we would be stoked, what you call it, to be fair. And,
Stumped.
Stumped. Yeah.
Stumped.
Stumped. And you can tell my pronunciation has been absolute shocking as well tonight. But yeah, like I said, I was your host with the most, Malk, aka Retro Wolf Live. We have got the lovely Trance. Yeah, left, right off the screen.
That way, and me. And then there's JD.
JD there. Yeah, there we go.
He's down there. Yeah. He's down there somewhere.
So like I said, cheers for that, guys. Next week it'll be episode 3, and I believe, who is it next week?
Next week I believe we have Dodgeball joining us. Dodgeball 87. He just started streaming. He's a fairly new streamer. He's a follower of another guy that both JD and I know, and he just started streaming himself. So he's going to be our next interview next
Fantastic.
week.
I'll definitely be
You lost words now.
I talk too much. I talk so much that I just can't talk anymore. I will definitely be tuning in to the podcast next week. Absolutely.
Bella goes, very cool, epic, and swag episode. Thank you so much, Bella. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. Are you guys going to experiment with more guests in the future? We do have plans in the future to do double streamer interviews. We will see how that plays out. We were hoping next week would be one of them, but it's not going to be, unfortunately. I think it's only going to be just the one streamer, but that is something that's coming up. We're also always open for people who are streaming and you would like to join us. We have a bit of a list going now, so you might be on a wait list because I think it's like to the middle of July right now, Malk.
Wow.
So
August? No?
I don't know.
That's crazy.
We'll see. But we've got a pretty good list going. We've got lined up for weeks come, so we're definitely excited to get all the new people coming on, established streamers as well as new streamers. This is something for you guys as well as us, and for you guys to learn about people you may not have known about in the future, like JD, because JD is awesome. So
thanks, guys.
But yeah, definitely we are planning on having some other people coming on, and if you're interested as a streamer and you would like to be a part of us, I'm sure if you follow me, you know how to get a hold of me. If you follow Malk, you know how to get a hold of Malk. So it works out.
Absolutely. And I got a new title for the episode 3. Dude. It's Dodgeball. The 5 Ds of Dodgeball. Dodge.
People love that. People love that so much.
Awesome.
And Dodge
be all about that
on there. So that'll be. See, I did call this episode JD and Coke with E3 included, but then you don't like JD as a drink, so I had to
just the E3.
Just put the E3 episode as well. So it's all good. But I'd like to say thank you very much, guys. We're going to stop the stream now, or stop the podcast. But cheers,
love you guys. Thank you.
Night,
so much
guys. Thank you so much.
Take care.
All the love.
Bye. Bye.